This is the beginning of life, a moment of hope, of promise, of potential. But for many God's kids, this first breath is also the start of a battle for survival. Across the world, goat farming is a pillar of food security, livelihoods, and economic growth. Did you know that in some goat operations, pre-weaning kids mortality can climb over 30%? That's a tough statistic. It means nearly 1 in 3 goats might never reach their potential, never contribute to your farm's growth, and never become those robust, productive animals you're working so hard for. Now, imagine flipping that number right on its head. Picture an explosion of growth, vitality, and yes, profitability in your herd. It really is possible. This isn't just about getting by. It's not about watching your goat kids merely survive. We are aiming for something much bigger, an explosion in growth, in health, in the sheer driving force of your young animals. What if I told you that a few straightforward practical management hacks could help you see that kind of potential in your own head? Well, you are at the right place. We are about to get into the elite breed selection and smart kidding schedules, real actionable steps that can transform your goat kids from just surviving to truly powerful developing. This is more than just raising goats. It's about building a legacy of strength and success, one healthy, fast-growing kid at a time. Get ready to rethink your approach and see those explosion gains for yourself. We are going to be answering the question, the why, the problem, and the promise. So many goat farmers, and maybe this sounds like you, pour their heart and soul and countless hours into their heads. But then they face the frustration of slow-growing kids, those nagging health issues, or kidding seasons that feel more like a gamble than a well-laid plan. It's tough when your hard work doesn't quite translate into a thriving, profitable operation you dream of. You see all that potential in every newborn kid, but sometimes, despite everything you do, it feels like that potential just stalls out. Things like disappointing growth rates, higher than you would like, kid mortality, or just not seeing the genetic promise of your animals shine through can be a heavy weight to carry. Then these aren't just emotional burdens, they hit with the finances too, limiting your farm's ability to grow and prosper. But here's the exciting part, the vision. What if you could consistently turn these frustrations into successes? What if your kidding seasons become predictable waves of robust new life? What if your kids didn't just grow, but practically exploded with vitality, hitting the market weight faster, or developing into This isn't just far-off dream. It's what can happen with strategic smart management. The hacks we are talking about today are designed to do exactly that, to set your goat operation on a path to flourishing, to turn that hidden potential into something you can see and feel. By focusing on key areas like genetic selection, and when your kids are born, you're not just tweaking your system, you're building a foundation for real lasting success. Imagine the satisfaction of seeing your head grow not just in numbers, but in quality and vigor, year after year. That's the promise we are chasing today. We talked about breed selection. The journey to explosive kid gains starts way before a kid is even a twinkle in the mother's eye. It begins with the cornerstone of every successful livestock operation, good genetics. Choosing elite breeds isn't about chasing fancy names or popular trends. It's about strategically picking animals whose genetic makeup is naturally geared for rapid development and robust health. This is one of our strategies, but this needs to be a planned approach, not just random mixing. Get stock from reputable breeders, especially if you're looking at the boar. You've got to get your male goat from somewhere that is reputable. and selective breeding for traits. Elite genetics often come from breeders who are serious about record keeping, health management, and selective breeding for the traits you want. These folks are often called elite seed stock producers, and these are your main target. Putting time and resources into elite breed selection is an upfront investment, but the payoff can be huge. You are laying the genetics groundwork for the kids that are born with the built-in ability to grow fast, stay healthier, and reach their full potential more easily. This isn't about just bigger kids, it's about a more efficient, resilient, and ultimately more profitable herd. It's the time, and you should say one of the most vital steps towards getting that explosive growth, cycling from late summer through winter. The strategic buck management. Controlling when the buck is with the doors is key. For planned kidding, introduce the buck at a specific time to hit your target kidding window. Usually, marking harness on the buck makes it easy to see which door has been bred and to keep track of the breeding date. There's also issues around the nutritional preparation for the doors. Try flushing. This means boosting the nutrition for the doors, like extra grain or high quality pastures, for 2 to 3 weeks before you put it into the buck with them. This can help stimulate ovulation and increase the chances of multiple births, twins or triplets, which is a major driver of profit. Keep up the excellent nutrition throughout pregnancy, especially in the last month, to support fetal development and get the doors ready for milking. For us, we use feed supplements called Zazadanga. This one has been a monumental change to our enterprise. It has made so much difference in terms of how we keep our goats enterprise going. You also have got to have meticulous record keeping. This is a must. Record breeding dates, expected kidding dates, actually kidding dates, number of kids born, health kids, and how the door is doing. This information is gold for fine-tuning your schedules, which means each goat has got to be numbered. You have got to label your numbers. Whatever action you undertake on a goat, it has got to be recorded against that number. That's where tagging comes in. You've got to tag your goats so that you've got the effective record keeping. Consider kidding preparedness. Get a clean, dry, and safe kidding area or a maternity pen ready and well ahead of time. You have essential supplies handy, clean towels, navel dip. Some people use iodine, and a plan for helping doors if needed. Post-kidding door care. Make sure the doors passes the afterbirth. Have plenty of fresh water and good nutrition. And deworm hair if parasites are a concern around the kidding time. Mastering your kidding schedule shifts your operation from being reactive to proactive. It lets you line up the best of your kids with the best environmental and market conditions. Manage your resources better, and especially with accelerated system, really ramp up the reproductive output of your herd. This kind of control and planning is a powerful way to get those explosive gains in your kids, setting them up for success from the moment they are born. Foundational kid management, igniting the early growth. This is one of the fundamental elements that we discovered in terms of our goats enterprise. While great genetics and well-planned kidding schedules lay some fantastic groundwork, the first few hours and weeks of a kid's life are absolutely vital for seeing that explosive growth. Even the best bred kid born at the perfect time can struggle without careful fundamental care. This hack isn't about complicated procedures, it's about mastering the absolute must-do and don'ts that kickstart early development and set them on a path for rapid and healthy gains. There are some critical steps that we have got to understand when we come to this point. That bit, it starts with the colostrum, the liquid gold. I can't say this enough. Colostrum is the first milk from the dough. It's more than just food. It's a life-giving drink packed with the essential antibodies
immunoglobulins that give passive immunity to the newborn kid. Kids are born with an immune system that is still learning, and the colostrum is there to first defense against disease. Make sure every kid gets enough colostrum within the first few hours of life. Ideally within the first hour, and definitely within the first 6 to 12 hours. The gut's ability to absorb these crucial antibodies drops off fast. For dairy kids separated at birth, this means being diligent with bottle feeding. Colostrum. From dam-raised kids, make sure they are nursing effectively. If a dog doesn't have enough colostrum, or if a kid is too weak to nurse, be ready with frozen good colostrum from your own healthy dogs, or high-quality commercial colostrum replacers. This is a critical element because it will define the survival ability of this kid. The target is often around 50 mils per kilograms, or roughly 3/4 of a cup of a 20 lbs of body weight. Fed multiple times within the first 24 hours for a total of 200 mils per kg. Good quality colostrum is essential for the immune system to develop properly. And then the other element we need to factor is the naval care, closing the door to infection. The umbilical cord is a direct route for bacteria to get into the newly born baby or the kid. And there are some actionable steps around here. Right after birth, dip or spray the kid's navel stump thoroughly with 70% tincture of iodine solution. This helps to dry out the navel and disinfect it, preventing navel ill or any other infection that can seriously set back a kid's growth or even be fatal. The environment itself, like I've always, from the onset, we've always talked about having a good environment. Warmth and dryness is critical. Conserving precious energy. Newborn kids, especially smaller ones, or those born in cooler weather, can lose body heat fast. Hypothermia is a silent killer and a major block to growth, as the kid will burn vital energy reserves just to stay warm instead of using that energy to grow. These are some of the actionable steps. Make sure the kids are born in a clean, dry, and draft-free spot. If a kid seems chilled, dry it briskly with clean towels. For every weak or chilled kids, a heat lamp, usually safe and carefully to prevent overheating or fire, or even bringing them indoors for a bit may be needed. A well-bedded kidding pen is really important. And then we look at early nutrition and hydration. Once the colostrum period is covered, consistent high-quality nutrition is the fuel for growth. Some of the actionable steps include, for bottle-raised kids, use a high-quality milk replacer made specifically for GET kids and follow the mixing instructions exactly. Make sure milk is fed at the correct temperature. Introduce fresh, clean water for the first week of life. Start offering small amounts of high-quality solid food, like starter creep feed, which is rich in protein. For us, we use the zazadanga, which is a protein lick. We can also incorporate hay, like lucerne chaff, from a very early age, even the first week. This helps the rumen develop early, which is crucial for smooth transition at weaning and continued rapid growth. Kids should always have early access to feed and water with enough space so they are not fighting over it. And then you can never underestimate the power of hygiene. A clean environment means less disease pressure, which lets kids thrive. And in this hack, we're talking about the actionable steps, including keeping kids' pen and kids' housing super clean. Bedding should be kept clean and dry. Feeding equipment, especially for bottle-fed kids, must be cleaned and sanitized thoroughly after every single use to stop bacteria from building up, which can cause scalds and other digestive problems. These fundamental management practices are how you immediately follow through on the potential you have built with your breeding and scheduling strategies. They make sure every kid gets the best possible start, building a strong immune system, saving energy for growth, and developing a healthy digestive system. At Overlow Farm, these are some of the things that we have we are continuing to iron out and polish up. It's these seemingly small, consistent actions in the early days that all add up to that explosive part of health and development, turning genetic potential into something you can really see. That's the explosion we always talked about. And you will eventually see the visual payoff, and it will be reinforced with money in your pocket. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Overlow Farm. Thank you.